Are we rolling?
Go again.
Hello, hello, hello. Test, test, test.
Now we are good. Okay.
So I think for me, the biggest soul food was that for many of us who are space holders out in the normal world, it can sometimes feel quite lonely because, you know, I know you and I know a handful of people who see the world the way I see the world and share that vision that we have, but you're still operating in predominantly an environment where you are the weirdo and you're the odd one out. And to have a gathering of 10,000 of us all together in one place was so powerful because it just makes you realize there's a whole bunch of weirdos out there, and you're not the only one. And it's so liberating to see the creativity of everyone, like just in being themselves, like the creative expression of the divine within each and every individual that was there, to me was the biggest takeaway of this is the world I want to live in, where everyone can just be who they choose to be. And if they want to wear horns or if they want to walk along the road stark naked, then they should be able to do that. And if they want to be in a goddess dress or they want to just be in jeans and t-shirt, it's fine. Just decide each morning what you want to be and just walk out and the world will meet you with love. To me, that's what medicine in a nutshell was. And it was that real sense of creating a mini version of the world that we would like to live in. You know, where the stuff that was sold is produced, made and sold with a level of consciousness. And yeah, of course they're still selling and they're still making a living out of that sale. But you could tell that the people selling, their soul was behind the products they sold. They believed in the products they sold. Their heart was in that. So you're not just buying an item of clothing or a tincture or a picture. You're buying someone's heart and soul. And to me, that was so much more value than going into a superstore and getting a £3 Primark t-shirt or, you know, some H&M hot pants. There is no love and no passion and no humanness in that, in my mind. Even if now it might have an organic label stuck on it. So that was amazing. The amount of offering that was there in terms of workshops, in terms of ceremony, in terms of people coming together to just sing or to drum or to dance together, and the energy that was created made me realize how important it is to bring that into the communities we live in. It's almost that, you know, medicine is there and it's great for all of us to come together so that we know we are not on our own and we get the strength that we need. But everybody there is now going out into their communities and they're taking the spirit and the energy and the vibration of that with them. And they're creating, like, I want to now create a mini medicine festival in my village, you know? And that is just, yes, I've got 1 yurt and not 30, and I might just put on like certain workshops, but I'll put on the workshops and I will give people access to that level of consciousness. And we've got a woodland that is owned by a friend and we're going to develop that, and I want to put on kirtans and concerts and get people together, because to just sit on a blanket on the floor in the middle of a forest where the trees are lit up and it looks like you're in magical fairyland and someone is playing a kirtan and there is a group of people all singing along, creating an energy field that you just could not create on a television screen. To me, that's what we need. So yeah, that was my
And I love when you're
takeaway.
walking around, you just find all these little pockets These beautiful
Absolutely.
pockets of vibes that are going on.
Absolutely.
It's such a dream.
You know, and you're going, and there's just some random people jamming around in a circle, and everybody who has a drum, a voice, hands to clap, just joins them and creates an instant happening.
Yeah.
And then you go around the next corner and there is actually an event that's happening, and there is a Brazilian elder doing a ceremony, you know, and talking about how their tribe lives, and you think, oh my God, I'm actually getting to be here and listen to someone who's come specially on a massively long journey to share that wisdom with us, because they know that their wisdom is needed in our world. And and then you meet a random guy who is just sitting there, smiles at you, and suddenly you're there in a conversation about someone's life story.
Yeah.
You know? And you're just sharing a little moment, and you know you're never going to see that person ever again. But it's a moment you've shared. That was so valuable, and that is enough, and that is more precious than anything you could ever buy. And then the kids, oh my God, I mean, there were babies that were literally just born there, all the way through, like, you know, teenagers, whatever, all ages. And for me to see the kids barefooted, some of them were just running around naked, some of them had minimal clothing on, it was hot. They were dirty from top to toe because they'd been playing in the mud, in the dust, more than the mud. There was no water. And they were so happy, and they would play with kids that were total strangers, and they were having such fun, and they would be in amongst the adults. And at night you would be in the forest with the concert, and there'd be a kirtan going on, and the kids would just be asleep on a blanket on the floor. You know, with all the stuff happening around them, but they were held by so much love. Or they'd be in little sort of festival buggies, and the buggies would have like the cutest blankets and fairy lights around them, and the kids would like be curled up in the middle of the buggy asleep. You know, the parents were there just drawing them through the forest, and there were fairy lights in the forest everywhere, and you just think, this is the world I want to live in.
Yeah.
You know? Where everybody can just be free, where you can just go and hug a tree and nobody thinks you're weird, and people just come and join you.
Yeah. In fact, you already see remnants of offerings that everyone has been leaving for the tree.
Absolutely, you know?
Yeah.
So, totally magical. You come away just inspired and wanting to recreate those moments here. And they are gentle, tender moments of love. You know, where I was walking the dog in the park this morning and just chatting to strangers and having an exchange and a smile and making them feel like they're seen. That's what it is, isn't it? That's the taking the medicine and bringing it into the world.
That's it.
You know?
Yeah.
It's saying to a teenager, why don't you just be yourself? And giving them that permission. And to me, our job, and that's the job of each and every one of us, is to be our authentic selves. Because with that, we do become a permission slip for others to do the same. It's not about preaching, it's not about teaching, it's about being. And when you are authentic and you're yourself, and that can also mean saying on one day, you know, I feel really angry today, I'm really feeling shit today. But I'm going to embrace my humanness, and I'm just going to be honest about it. I'm not going to put on a fake smile and put on that mask. And if someone asks me, how are you? I'm not going to just say I'm fine. I will actually tell them what's going on. Can't we have that? You know?
That's the medicine of presence, the medicine of acceptance, the medicine of authenticity. Taking that into I would say the real world. Even though that is also the real world, but, you know, taking it into the world that we are regularly inhabiting and being able to offer that to everybody, that's such a medicine, that is a gift that you carry forward from these trips like medicine. Yeah. I love it. So, I've like, ever since, because I've only ever went to the one medicine of 2024, and I've been craving getting back there ever since, and it just hasn't aligned for me, but that has never left me. That feeling that I got from the first time I was at medicine, of going around, seeing all these pockets, connecting with all these people, catching vibes and entering into flow states in random situations, you know, with a bunch of people, experiencing true magic and divinity and synchronicity. That is just still reverberates in me.
Divinity, I think, is the word for me, because I think there was a real sense of being able to witness the divine in everyone.
100%.
You know, that the divine expressing itself in each and every one of us.
Yeah, in such a beautiful, unique way.
In such beautiful, unique way. You know, and if you walk along there, you would, and if someone said to you, is there a dress code? Looking out from the inside, there is definitely something there where you say, yeah, they're all united in something. But when you look at the individual outfits, they're so varied, so diverse, and so out there.
Someone's here to look at paintwork.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
make a pause.
Make a pause. So yeah, so just people walking around, and you literally had, you know, I don't know, people in just jeans and t-shirt, people in goddess outfits, people as the warrior, you know, like people in tribal outfits, and everybody was just happy in their own skin, and could just express themselves in whichever way they wanted, and it felt so powerful. It's like when you said the other day, oh, we need to bring the cape back or whatever, you know, it's that sentiment of, just wear what you want. And I'm kind of like that anyway. I dress my own way and have done for many, many years, and not followed fashion. But it's like, create your own unique style and just be that, and just feel at home in that, you know, and find your self-expression. To me, when people say, oh, I like art, and to me it's like getting dressed in the morning most days is a piece of art for me.
Yeah, same. How I ordain myself, adorn myself. Is the right word.
And I loved, being German and having grown up on nudist beaches with parents who would walk around the house naked pretty much constantly, I loved that there was like a message that came out before the festival and said, we have a very open nudity policy. And if you get triggered by this, and if you have an issue with that, there will be a support tent available. I love that.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
It's like, there's nothing wrong with nudity. If you have an issue, but we're here to help you.
It's so true.
That's great, you know.
Because I really appreciate that too. Like, just the free expression.
You can be walking along, and literally you're walking along, and there's all these great costumes and people just wearing what they love to wear, and suddenly there's a guy in just walking boots.
Why? I love how you chose the boots.
With a belt maybe, you know, or nothing. It's like, great.
And that's it, like, you pay like no mind to it. It's just so normal. Everything's normal. Like, you can be whatever you want to be. You can express how you want to, show up how you want to, and it's all okay. As long as you're not hurting anyone, as long as you're not discriminating anyone, like.
And even, you know, like if you were in the queue and people had to wait a bit longer, and, you know, the people serving would be apologizing for the waiting, and everybody in the queue would go, oh no, don't worry about it, we're all here, you know. And everybody was so loving and helpful. And when there was a situation where someone was a bit pissed off, it was very hot. Others around them would immediately catch that and just bring back the love and totally dissolve any potential ground for argument that could have been there. And it was just so powerful to be in that environment, you know? And to me, that comes from consciousness. And when people say to me, what do we need? What's the change we need to see in the world? To me, it's creating a different level of consciousness. Because I think when you have a certain level of consciousness and awareness, your whole way of being in the world is different. Your whole way of interacting with others is different. The way you see Mother Earth and the way you connect to everything around you becomes different.
And to simplify it, like, awareness is just simply the ability to be aware of nuance and like the spectrum of emotion and differences, and that nothing is set in stone, that nothing is definite. Therefore, you can just be open and accepting to anything. And that's all awareness really is aware of
Yeah.
of everything, the totality of what can be and is, and nothing is rigid or set.
The awareness of the dog wants the ball thrown.
Awareness of ball, that's all. Did you go into the art tent?
Yes, I went into the art tent,
Yeah,
and again,
I love
just
that.
great. You know, people just expressing themselves in art, and amazing what gets created. But then to me, there was art everywhere. Like, I probably even loved the art that they created generally around the site everywhere, where nothing was left to detail. There were these amazing mandalas and altars absolutely everywhere. You know, and the consciousness that had gone into creating the space was just, to me, that's what holds it all. You know, having the mandalas, the altars, the symbols, the ritual hanging from the trees, literally, or hugging the ground and creating that awareness and consciousness literally on the ground you walk on. So, and that to me makes such a difference.
I agree.
I think when you are a sentient energy being and you are aware of energy, you will feel that the consciousness that's gone into the whole creation of the space, the signage, you know, the everything.
tunnels, the walkways.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
it's just,
you know,
the magic and the art everywhere, the cob structures. When you're walking into the festival, like the big structures that they make coming in.
Oh, I mean,
I just love it. Like
sculptures of, you know, just
the medicine team are profound. They are such a treasure.
The amount of detail that goes into it is just beyond.
Yeah.
And to me, like, I want to bring that back, and I do that here. You know, we do have altars when we have stuff at the yurt, and I will always like create these most beautiful sort of altars or mandalas out of leaves and flowers and stones and shells, and it's beauty, isn't it? It's the beauty of nature and making it visible.
It's a devotional act. Using nature and creating this little sacred piece of art.
Yeah, and saying, here we are creating together. Like, to me, you know, like the flowers are giving their petals. Mother Earth is giving us the material to create with.
Yeah.
And we're co-creating. Co-creation, I think, is definitely the word that came in.
The main stage as well.
Oh my God!
The craft
like
of the main stage is so beautiful. Holy shit!
The word unicorns. Oh, I mean, you know, for kids to be there and go, there's a unicorn. You know? And it's not some mystical creature, but it's actually there.
Yeah.
You know. And
what was your favorite artist? Did you listen to any?
I loved the, what's it called, the Zawezi sisters? Or the Zawezi queens, I think they were called. They were from Tanzania. I'd booked the whistle and voice workshop with them. And they were just, the energy was just insane. And they were on the stage Friday night. They were the main act on Friday night on the main stage. Oh my God. Oh, just like...
Amazing.
Just every cell in your body vibrated.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
Yeah. And then I have to say, I also loved the kirtans in the forests. You know, when you sing mantras and there is hundreds of you together.
Yeah, in a circle.
Amongst the trees, you know, and you're just feeling the resonance of the vibration everybody creates together.
Yeah. I agree. I remember...
And you become one. There is no separation anymore. Everything just merges into one divine sound.
Yeah, that's that like flow state that I kind of mentioned earlier. Like when you find those pockets and you enter into it, and then it's all just this one big wave that you all become a part of. It's so amazing.
And you can go and connect with people if you want to, and everybody's open for chats or whatever. And I was very happy to just flow by myself and to just take things in. But the conversations I did have, like I love you just happen upon a stranger and the conversation starts, and it's the kind of conversation that I value. You know, it's where you've never met them before, but straight away you go deep.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And nobody does the fluffy small talk surface stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody has meaningful exchanges.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
I love that too. Like you don't even. Obviously, there is a. How do I explain it? The personhood matters, but it's just straight to soul. And it's like,
absolutely.
Human to human, like how you doing? Like, how's the incarnation going? You know, and then you just connect on that level, and then by the end of it, you're leaving, and you're like, oh, what was your name, by the way? Like,
absolutely,
Half the time you don't catch their name, you're like,
no, and it doesn't matter. You know? And it doesn't matter. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I love it. It's profoundly changed me. Even with Singer as well, which comes before medicine. The first time I went to medicine, I went to Wisinga first as well. So I was there for like, almost like a week and a half. And the like medicine crew come before. So they end up coming at the end of Wisinga, and then you like hang out with them, the crew, and then you could stay and help set up and everything. But that was where I met Zach for the first time. He was like one of the guys who just like co-founded it. And then he brought me into medicine, and that's forever changed me. The openness and the welcomeness and the acceptance.
It's incredible what they what they initiated and what we all then co-created. I think that was another thing that I really got there. It needs a small group of people to have a vision and to not be scared to co-create on that. But then of course you need everybody else who's there to co-create alongside you to make the magic happen at the level and size that it's happening.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And in that, I think everybody feels part of it.
Yeah.
And feels a valued, necessary part of
That's it. That's
a bigger whole.
Creates a strong community.
Yeah.
Everyone's participating.
And everybody is constantly reminded of that, because in the gatherings there is constant appreciation for the togetherness in the community and the love we share, you know?
Yeah.
And constant reminders of none of us could do this alone. And that's powerful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you take that forward.
Where you become, you know you're only a tiny cog in creation, but you're an important cog.
Yeah. Every cog is an
important cog. Yeah. You know, the machine would not be running without the cog.
So how are you going to move forward with this medicine now?
I think so. I've already made some phone calls and stuff in terms of, I think, the woodland that our lovely friend Natasha owns and has kindly opened up for community use is going to be a venue I'm hoping for concerts and for day retreats and things where we can just bring people together. I think what I've also realized is you don't actually need that much structure because it's in the coming together that we co-create together.
True.
I had lots of inspiration for workshops. Like I went to one workshop which I absolutely loved because I suffered from endometriosis, obviously. I work a lot with women and around periods and the pain and suffering that comes with it. And I always felt we need to shift people's perception of periods, and that needs to happen at the age of the young girls before they start their first period. So I went to a workshop which was held by a mum and her 11-year-old daughter. And the daughter was just incredibly confident. And we talked periods, you know, and there were young girls there and there were the mums there. And to just sit in a circle and have an open conversation about periods and about the sacredness of them, also the pain that comes with it and how we might be able to help ourselves through that. The reality of, I'm bleeding and my hands might be full of red, but I don't see that as disgusting. How can I see that as something sacred? And maybe, I've actually used a moon cup and captured my blood in order to actually use it as paint. And what they did in the workshop is they had food paint, red food paint, and they got us all to paint with that as a symbol of our periods. And just having, not making it something that's disgusting or that we need to hide from the world, but something sacred that we almost see as a rite of passage into womanhood. And bringing back the sacredness of the womb and the role of woman as the giver of life. Whether you choose to be that or not is irrelevant, but by being born as a woman you have the ability to be that. And to reconnect girls to their periods in that way, as opposed to in something we are hiding, something that boys make fun of at school, something that you don't talk about. So I got some great ideas for workshops. There were, I did like some plant and herb workshops where, as a shaman, I work like that. And when you look at tribal cultures, they work like that. They work with the plants. I will sit with the plant and go into communication with the plant. And I learn from the actual plant. And to realize that you can create a space where you just teach people how to do that. By just allowing them to sip a bit of tea or something that was made with the plant and then going into just a drum journey where it's not you guiding them, it's you just drumming and setting the intention that the plant is going to meet them in the drumming. And for then, afterwards, for there to be a sharing of what did the plant tell you, if anything? Or what maybe came up for you while you were on that journey, and maybe where are the limitations in you that allow you to not hear the plant yet? And it was so powerful to see that there was a new understanding of space holding for me. I guess I come from a teaching background. And in my spiritual teachings, I've always resonated much more with space holding than teaching. Because to me, you can't teach the deep stuff. The deep stuff needs to be experienced, and that is individual to each and every one of us. But I think you can create a space where that experience becomes possible. Where the stillness is there that you need to go within.
Amazing. You got more of a contextual understanding of how you can navigate your own space holding.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it is the taking yourself out of it more and allowing.
And knowing what resources you can now utilize in order to create your own medicinal space.
And also realizing how there was also a real sense of, I think, achievement and recognizing what we have actually created here with the yurt over the last 2-3 years. And that in a way, it is a mini medicine.
Yeah.
For people locally, and that we need more of that so that people who live can actually access that experience within 5 minutes of where they live.
Yeah.
As opposed to having to travel 2 hours and spend a lot of money and take time off work. No, you can come to the yurt after work for a couple of hours and sit in a cacao ceremony or sit with a stinging nettle or with a plant. And you can be in stillness and listen within and ask yourself those questions and get the answers from your soul.
Or sit around a circle and drum.
Sit in a circle and drum
and the stars
and heal yourself through just the vibration of the drum. Yeah.
And speak in community, and that's it.
Absolutely.
Just need more of that, and medicine does it makes you realize what you're missing and what could be brought.
And how us coming together is medicine.
Yeah, that is medicine.
For the soul.
That is what medicine's about.
Yeah.
Coming together in the earth. And sharing.
So yes, Medicine Festival, I think it happens every 2 years. So the next one's going to be 28.
And for the people of medicine, although I wasn't there, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Because even after all these years, the impact of that space still touches me and reverberates through me. And all the effort, all the energy, especially this time during the heat wave, kudos to all of you.
Thank you. Thank you for the consciousness and attention to detail that goes into all of it. Thank you to all the volunteers who give their time to be there so everything runs smoothly. Thank you to everyone who participated. I think it was a really special co-creation, and I'm feeling so grateful to have been part of it. Let's have more of it.
Beautiful.